with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So it looks like WAP 3.0 could possibly be coming. I'm hearing that Megan and Cardi are in talks of doing yet another collaboration. Now, they did WAP, I believe, in 2020. Then they did Bongos, which came out in 2023. And I'm hearing that they are back in the studio ready to put out another collaboration. Now, you may be wondering why they keep collaborating. You know, the excitement might not be there in regards to the fans. Well, I think it's because of the success of their last two records. Now, Bozo's kind of flopped, but it did debut, I believe, at number 15 on the Hot 100 or 13. So with that being said, that is the main reason why Cardi B keeps running to Megan Thee Stallion. Plus, she knows that the Barbs are going to tune in because they're going to want to see if, you know, Megan or Cardi B throw shots at Nicki Minaj. And last time, Megan did throw shots at Nicki on Bozos. I think Cardi B's probably a little desperate. So, of course, she got to attach herself to, like, the Megans, the Gorilla Glues, the Doechis, because they're hotter than her. Okay? So, I'm not really shocked. I think that if they collaborate a third time, it might go top 20, but it ain't going to go top 10 or number one unless Nicki Minaj responds, you know, like she did with Piss, which I don't think she'll do again. But if Nicki Minaj responds, that's the only way it's going to do well, because I think people are probably bored of the Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B collaborations. I mean, you know, it's like when Future hopped on that song with Lil Durk. It's on his new album. Nobody cares. They've done a bunch of collaborations. Why would people care after the fourth or fifth collaboration? Like, come on now. So I think that they're just wasting their precious little time. Now, moving on from that, Doja was spotted with her boo, Joseph Quinn. Doja Cat let go of the bleach blonde fried hair. She gave herself a little bit of a trim, and she's back to the jet black curls. She looks amazing, by the way. I like this look better than the wannabe Grace Jones look. You know, I don't feel like that look is her best. I think that, you know, she looks fire here. Okay, so I think she should keep this look. Allegedly, it's getting pretty serious between Joseph Quinn and Doja Cat. Okay, and we could be getting an engagement pretty soon from Joseph Quinn and Doja Cat. Zendaya and Tom Holland recently got engaged. Normani recently got engaged. And so I'm hearing that Doja Cat and Joseph Quinn possibly next year could take the right steps, as long as Doja Cat don't go back to the old crazy wackadoodle racist chat Doja Cat. As long as she remains normal like she is now, she will probably get that ring. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I think they make a cute couple. Okay, I can see them shaving each other's heads and giving each other facials. So I think they make a cute couple. Okay, I can see them lasting somewhat long. I don't know if they'll last forever and ever. Okay, I think eventually he will leave Doja Cat and her weirdness. But I can see them taking possibly the next step. Now, moving on from that, Off the Cheat goes off on Jess Not Hilarious, because Jess Not Hilarious decided to speak on Off the Cheat and Cardi B's toxic relationship and marriage.
He knew the things to do to get her back.
Buy 2 Birkins, buy 3 Birkins, buy a Rose.
He might be good for like a couple weeks or a couple months, and then you back out there doing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yes,
but then when
yes.
she started moving on, oh, that baby couldn't take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'd be upset when certain people take Cardi's side, because I think he feels like it's a side y'all not saying. Y'all ain't saying this, y'all ain't saying, nah, but we saying what you been doing. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
see you. And then we also hear Cardi tells us everything.
Everything.
That's why I said she don't even need to be up here. She tell us everything anyway. You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know, like, and we see and we see she also loves you.
Right.
And she loved you through a lot of things that you put her through too.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, Cardi's a lover. We obviously know that. And so, you know, she just wanted to be happy, and she tried to make that happen several times, but it don't always work out like that.
Now, Off the Cheat said, just stop mentioning me before I roast your ass for hating on another black woman. Now, who is he talking about? Is he talking about Lauren? Because Cardi B definitely not a black woman. Okay, I don't care how much fro she got in her hair. She not black to me. So he must be talking about Lauren from The Breakfast Club, which is ironic because Off the Cheat don't even like black women. He mostly date the light-skinned Hispanic women. You know, he'll sleep with black women, but he usually oftentimes do not date black women. But I don't really feel like he should have responded because I don't think Jess said anything really terrible, in my opinion. You know, he was mad when she moved on. Like, that was evident. They went back and forth on social media. So I don't know what he's getting his panties in a bunch for, but Off the Cheat needs to worry about finding a hit single and stop responding to bloggers and podcasters. He's been flopping since he became solo. Like, he never had a hit record by himself. So he needs to focus on his career instead of focusing on what, you know, podcasters and people on The Breakfast Club are saying. That can't save your career. You're not going to be able to use Cardi B to help your career. So you're going to have to help yourself. Now, moving on from that, despite winning Best Country Album and Album of the Year at the Grammys, Queen Bee was shut out of the 2025 ACM Awards, which is the Academy of Country Music Awards, okay? So it looks like she may not be attending, or she didn't receive any nominations. I don't think anybody cares because nobody has been talking about the AMC Awards. And Queen Bee already has proven that she is the queen of music and she had the most successful country album of the year. So I don't even think she really cares. And she about to go on her country Cowboy Carter world tour, and she will be grossing $400 million. So I don't think she really cares at all. I mean, they are racist. That's why they're shutting her out. Okay, so I don't understand why people are shocked. They're shutting her out because they're jealous and racist. And she still has been more successful than most black country artists ever have been. So, you know, I don't think Queen Bee is losing sleep. Now, poor Scratch Off, unfortunately, due to Scratch Off's low sales from her last album, Sugar Honey Piss Tea, RCA the colorists do not want to push any Scratch Off records. I'm hearing that they're hoping that Doja Cat can get a hit record this year, so that way they can push it, but they're not really interested in anything in regards to Scratch Off, and she wants to release a new single. She was teasing music a week and a half ago. It sounded like something that Champagne Thickums probably wrote, and she was copying Aaliyah's lyrics, talking about she really needs somebody, but what she really needs is a new ghostwriter and to get some payola. But I'm hearing that's not going to happen. I'm hearing RCA the colorists, they kind of feel like every time they give Scratch Off a push or, you know, they put a budget behind her, they end up being in the red, which means they're not recouping what they're putting into Scratch Off musically when it comes to the music videos, radio, playlisting, even collaborations. She had a lot of collaborations on Sugar Honey Piss Tea, and some of those collaborations weren't free. She had to pay for those collaborations. She had to pay for the Playboy Cardi collaboration. She had to pay for the Tizo Touchdown and Huncho collaboration. And don't be shocked if Scratch Off get dropped in the next 2 years for not being able to recoup any money for her label. Okay? I wouldn't be shocked if she gets dropped Because at the end of the day, they already got Doja Cat. They really don't need scratch off because she don't even do Doja Cat numbers. So it's pointless. Now, Jess Not Hilarious and Lauren LaRosa decided to put out the Job Is Mine remix, okay, from The Boy Is Mine. Clearly they're fighting over that. See, I know it was obviously a joke, because Lauren got her own show coming, which I think is probably going to flop. Well, I don't think it's going to flop, but I don't think people are going to care after a few months of the show being out. But with that being said, I think that Jess Hilarious should still be afraid that she could possibly lose her seat. I don't think Jess is going to last on The Breakfast Club. I stand by that statement. I don't think she's going to last as long as Angela Yee. I think eventually they're going to find a way to get rid of her. But they can't outright just fire her or make it hard for her, because she would have a lawsuit on her hands with iHeart, because she just came back from maternity leave. So she would have a big lawsuit on her hands. So I think that they're intentionally trying to make it miserable for her, so that way she just eventually leaves once her contract is up. Okay, I see right through this. They're not fooling me. Now, moving on to D0JA. D0JA allegedly got a Kung Fu Kenny collaboration in the stash. Okay, she gonna be working with the king of rap. Yes, 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 yes. I'm here for it. I think Kendrick and D0JA can go bar for bar. That's gonna be fire. Okay. Do I think she can out-rap Kendrick? Absolutely, positively, no. She can never do that. She can try, but she can't do that. But she can come close. Okay, I'm here for it. And I'm also hearing that Kung Fu Kenny, he got another collaboration with a singer. Allegedly in the stash is Riri or Queen Bee. So I'm here for that too. Okay. Now, him and Queen Bee, they did the America We Have a Problem remix together in 2023, if y'all remember that. And obviously, everybody knows that they have their hit record called Freedom. That's a timeless record, very timeless. So at the end of the day, D0JA and Kung Fu Kenny, they got some heat in the stash, okay? And I'm here for it. So congratulations to D0JA. Congratulations to Kung Fu Kenny. I think D0JA probably going to have one of the best female rap albums of the year, okay? Imagine if she win rap album of the year at the Scammys twice in a row. I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think her album's going to be better than GNX. So I don't think that's ever going to happen. But imagine if that did happen. Now, Doja Cat came back on live, okay, after she was spotted out with her boo. She previewed a new song called Acts of Service. Let me know if you guys think it's a bop or is it a flop.
Kiss me no more. No, no. It's like parts of a soul ain't missing no more. No, no. Yeah, love isn't to be measured, boy. I don't wanna put much pressure on you, but when you kick your legs up, this is home. Walks in the park and probably cuddle.
Now, I love Doja Cat. Everybody knows this, but this sounded terrible. Okay, walks in the park and probably cuddle. That's it. That's the best you got. That song was trash. I don't know. I'm sorry, Doja Cat, but this was garbage. I'm going to have to give you Donkey of the Day for this. I hope you're not planning on releasing that song. Did somebody tell you release that? Somebody at RCA is setting Doja Cat up. This was trash. Does anybody going to tell her this is trash, or they going to let her release this? Is this supposed to be a rough draft? This was terrible. I'm sorry, Doja Cat. I love you. It's really no shade because you my girl, but this was garbage. I'm going to have to give you Donkey of the Day for this. Now, Miss Carrie Baby came back with a new single called Bay. Her album drops April 18th. This song is trash too. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Why is everybody releasing trash? I think the labels are starting to set up these artists. Okay, so that way they can get them out of their contracts quickly. They just having them release anything. But I'm sure Carrie Hilson don't got a label deal because she's a flop and got blackballed years ago. That tease on Patreon. But the point of the matter is, she put out this song called Bay. It's trash. I know she got a sample on the record. I know she has a sample on the song. But the song is terrible. And I thought Carrie Hilson was going to come back better and stronger after many years of a hiatus and her getting blackballed. I just thought it was going to be better than what it was. But she getting Donkey of the Day too, because that single was garbage. You should have came back harder and smarter. Okay? After you get blackballed, you're supposed to come back with fire music, not trash music. Okay, Carrie? I don't know if Queen Bee put one of them spells on you, but this song was terrible. But A. Marie, okay, because we got to get into our girl A. Marie. She put out her single called Mine, and the single is fire. Okay? This is what Carrie Hilson should have done. See, A. Marie, this is why Queen Bee was stealing all your music. Because you just come up with the good stuff. Okay? I hope you hide your writers and your producers this time. You came back with the hits, okay? Mine is fire, is a 10 out of 10. I think everybody, we got to go support A. Marie. You know, unfortunately, she was pushed out of the industry, went against Queen Bee. But the point of the matter is, she came back with a fire R&B song. Carrie is a chop, Doja Cat chop, A. Marie bop, okay? So, congratulations to A. Marie, 10 out of 10. The song is fire. Hopefully, you know, she can keep this song this time. You know, I know she lost a few records in the past because somebody stole them. I'm not going to mention any names, but hopefully she'll be able to keep the records that she got in the stash this time around. Okay? Hide your writers, hide your producers. Now, moving on from that, Playboy bottom bussy Cardi, unfortunately, beats out Selena and Benny Blanco for the number one spot for the album 200 chart. He is selling 129,000 his second week. Unfortunately, Selena Gomez is only selling 120 in her first week, but allegedly, you know, she had more than, I think, 4 copies of the album, and you're not allowed to do that anymore. So I guess Payable is taking, you know, album sales away from Selena. They're only going to give out special treatment where you can do more than 4 copies to the industry faves, okay? And unfortunately, Selena's not that. So with that being said, you know, she's only doing 120 after she was supposed to be neck to neck with Playboy bottom bussy Cardi. But unfortunately, she was unable to get those fraudulent sales added to her first week numbers, okay? Now, I think she deserved to go number one. I thought the album was decent, you know? I thought it should have went number one, but maybe she should leave Benny Blanco, you know, in the closet or in the stash or somewhere, because I just think people don't care about Benny Blanco like that. So, you know, if it was her and JB, it probably would have done 300,000, okay? But, you know, I don't think people care about Benny Blanco like that. So, anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.